Everything I've done with the car. When I first bought it, I bought it brand new. It only had 500 miles on it, so I guess it's technically not new. But the first thing I got done to it was the Borla exhaust. I think cost me over probably, I don't remember, like $1,000 or something like that. Way too loud for me. Didn't like the X pipe, so I ended up selling it to someone on the Mustang farm. And then I got the Stainless Works retro H pipe, full 3-inch exhaust. I was full bolt-on at the time, except for the GT350 Manic. I was making around 430 at the wheels at the time. It felt, I guess, kind of fast. I had the Nitto G2s for the, from the front and the back. But, I don't know, I just didn't like the fact of having a slow car. So, I then purchased headers. Well, let me go back a little bit. First, I purchased the exhaust. After the exhaust, I got lowering springs. After the lowering springs, I got the colder intake. I got the JLT one, and it worked great. Nothing wrong with it. Never had an issue with it. I sold that also since I went force induction. I bought the Roush, and it was a 727 package. It felt pretty fast for when I first had it, but I didn't really, I guess I just wanted the car to be faster, so I went, E85 route, and with that I was making 730 to the wheels. It felt plenty fast, but then in the back of my head I started to get worried about the transmission not holding up. Not really worried about the engine, since where I get my stuff done to the car, they told me not to worry about the engine, that they can hold more than enough power. They told me to worry about the transmission, so I switched to 93, and I was not happy with the 580 it made with the Roush colder intake, so I purchased the JLT. Now, it surprised me that it made 650 on 93 with just the colder intake. I guess it was really nice for me, since it was a big jump from 580. However, they did pull back some of the timing that they did add to it. They told me themselves that they just wanted, just to be safe. So I'm happy with it, and it made 640. Now, pretty much, I love the car the way it is now. The only thing I'm thinking about getting done is the transmission rebuild, but that's around $7,000 or so. But I believe that's if I take it to Circle D. But I believe they told me that they know someone at the performance shop that I go to. They told me they know someone that'll do everything for like $5,000 plus labor. Everything's like $5,500. So I might go that route. Seems cheaper, and they also add warranty to it with the same stuff Circle D offers. So I might go that route. But I feel the car's plenty fast now. I don't want to make it into a race car since, you know, that's a lot of money I have to put into it. So far I've put, see, the Roush Supercharger's around 8 grand. The headers are 2 grand. Then the exhaust was like 1.2 grand. You know, that's a lot of money, pretty much. The car only has 11,000 miles also. I just barely hit 11,000 miles. I mean, other than that, there's really nothing else I mean I could say. I mean, I would recommend anyone who gets it supercharged not to run anything other than drag radials. So far I've had the Mickey Thompson's ET Street S, I believe, and they've given me no issues. I've driven in the rain, no issues at all. Obviously you don't want to drive fast or drive like an idiot, so I've been avoiding doing that, but it does handle well pretty much in the rain. The next thing I might get done after the transmission rebuilt would be probably the engine rebuilt. It's around 5 grand also, for just, you know, just for the labor and the parts. And I can be pushing, you know, around 1,000 horsepower. But honestly, you know, my wife drives this car. I don't want her to kill herself, so for me that's enough. My two options were, when I went to the dealership, was this and Shelby GT350. I love the GT350, but I can't drive stick for shit, so I avoided getting that. And I did not want to practice on that car specifically and fuck up everything just for me trying to learn how to drive fucking stick. Really have no one to teach me how to drive manual, so I had to go with the automatic. Do I like the automatic? Yes. Is it boring? Yes. You know, sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes I wish it was stick shift. You know, it looks fun. And a lot of people, you know, just think they should be manuals no matter what. That's why I'm kind of excited for the GT500, pretty much just for the reason that it's going to have the 10-speed auto. But I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it, since when I did want to buy the new GT350, it was around 70 grand. Pretty much 70, 75 because of the markup. And to me, that was not worth it. I would have been better off getting a Z01 or Corvette. Went to go look at a few Corvettes. They were really nice, but they were around 80 grand, and I just didn't want to pay that. So instead I went with this car. This car was 42 grand plus everything else I put onto it. It's like, well, with taxes it was around 45. When it came to the end of it, it was 45 grand. And I did get, was it like the extended warranty, but ever since then, ever since I started modding it, I threw that out the window, so I kind of paid an extra 2 grand for that. But the dealership told me that I can cancel it and they'll take it away pretty much, which I'm probably going to do. Also, the only issue is from a dig from this car, since it has 355 gears. I really can't go from a dig since the car goes really swirly, even with the sticky tires. It has 355 gears in the back, and for the autos, I believe the first is Jesus Christ. I believe first gear for automatics are 410, so it just doesn't mix well. I might be looking to get 315 gears later on. I'm not sure, since I really don't race the car that much. And I can't see because the fucking truck behind me is blocking the lane. He's like in the middle of the white lines. He's like trying to turn there. We go. He finally turned, so now I can finally see. Turn off traction control, not all the way off, but I'll do a couple of pulls. Sports plus mode, so you guys can get the difference. Does feel fast. At least to me it does. You know, I've never driven